The security cameras caught her first, small boots slipping on icy marble, a red scarf too big for her neck, and eyes that looked like they were carrying an entire winter inside them. She stood in the towering lobby of the glass building, clutching a crumpled note, whispering to herself like courage might answer back. When the guards asked who she was looking for, she lifted her chin and said, "The man who owns the lights." Somewhere above, in an office glowing like a city in the sky, a single-dad CEO was about to learn that Christmas doesn't always knock politely, it sometimes walks in on tired feet and asks for a miracle. And before the story unfolds, if moments like these touch your heart, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Your support keeps stories like this alive and reaching more hearts. Ethan Cole hadn't planned to be in the office on Christmas Eve. He had promised his daughter Coco and a movie, promised himself he'd stop working so late, promised the empty house that he'd try harder to make it feel warm again. But promises were easier to make than to keep, especially when success demanded everything. The city outside his window shimmered with lights and laughter he could almost hear, but inside his chest there was a quiet he couldn't turn off. He was signing the last document when his assistant called, voice unsure. "Sir, there's a little girl downstairs. She says she needs to borrow a tree." Ethan almost laughed. Almost. Something in her voice stopped him. He told them to bring the girl up. She entered his office like a snowflake unsure where to land, eyes wide at the height of the ceilings, the gold accents, the enormous Christmas tree in the corner decorated in silver and white, perfect, expensive, untouched. She stood very straight, as if being brave required posture. "My name is Lily," she said. "I know this sounds weird. But my mom is sick, and we don't have a tree. She says Christmas doesn't need one, but she cries when she thinks I'm asleep. So I thought, maybe we could borrow yours. Just for tonight. Borrow. Not take. Borrow." Ethan felt something crack, like ice under careful feet. He knelt to her level. "Why mine?" he asked gently. She pointed to the window, to the building crowned in lights. "Because if you own all these lights, you must have enough hope to share." He didn't know what to say. He didn't know how to explain to a child that the tree was a decoration for investors, that it had never been hugged or cried beside, that it was beautiful but empty. He only knew that his chest hurt and that the word, borrow, echoed like a prayer. Ethan didn't give her the tree. He did something better. He grabbed his coat, called his driver, and told Lily, "Let's go choose one together." They went to a late-night lot on the edge of the city, where the owner was packing up, hands cold and heart tired. Lily ran between the trees, touching branches, whispering secrets to each one like they were old friends. She chose the smallest, crooked one with a missing patch on one side. "This one," she said. "It looks like it's been through stuff." On the drive, Lily told him about her mom, Maria, who used to sing while cooking, who worked 2 jobs, who smiled even when she was exhausted. She told him about how the hospital smelled and how scary it was when adults tried to sound calm. Ethan listened like each word mattered, because it did. He realized how little he'd listened to his own daughter lately, how often he'd assumed love could wait. Maria's apartment was modest and warm in the way that came from effort, not money. When Ethan carried the tree inside, Maria tried to stand, embarrassed and confused, tears already forming. "You didn't have to," she whispered. "I wanted to," he said, and meant it more than anything he'd said all year. They decorated with what they had, paper stars, a single string of mismatched lights, Lily's drawings taped like treasures. Ethan's phone buzzed constantly with emails and calls. He turned it off. For the first time, nothing felt urgent except the moment. He ordered food, fixed a broken chair, listened to Maria's stories about Lily's birth, about hope surviving on thin days.